The morning of June 30th, 1908, began like any other in the remote wilderness of Siberia. In the peaceful isolation of the Tunguska River basin, the native Evenki people and a few scattered settlers were going about their daily routines, completely unaware that something catastrophic was about to unfold in the sky above them. Without warning, an explosion ripped through the heavens, brighter than the sun, and deafening enough to be heard hundreds of miles away. The blast flattened over 800 square miles of forest, knocking people off their feet and shattering windows from afar. Though the Tunguska event was later classified by scientists as an asteroid or comet exploding in the atmosphere, the mystery surrounding the incident has long persisted. What caused this explosion? And more intriguingly, was there something hidden in the event that the mainstream narrative has missed? To this day, no crater has ever been found. Unlike traditional meteor strikes, the Tunguska event left behind no definitive debris from a cosmic object, further complicating the standard explanation. Could it be that this was no mere natural occurrence? Strange clues hint at a much deeper truth. Some say the explosion was the result of an experiment gone horribly wrong, a display of power from a force hidden behind closed doors. Nikola Tesla, one of history's greatest inventors, was rumored to have been testing a death ray weapon at the time. In the years leading up to the event, Tesla had become obsessed with harnessing wireless energy and transmitting it across great distances. His Wardenclyffe Tower, constructed in New York, was designed to send energy across the globe, and some speculate that he may have been using the Siberian wilderness as his target, a remote region where any miscalculations could go unnoticed. But did Tesla succeed beyond his wildest imagination, or was this a test of something even more dangerous? Tesla's ambitions extended far beyond public knowledge. His notes were filled with references to wireless energy that could be used for peace or for warfare. Could the Tunguska blast have been the unintended consequence of his experiments? If so, it was a warning. A glimpse into the destructive potential of a power that could reshape humanity's future. If this theory is true, the public was never meant to know the consequences of such dangerous experimentation. After all, what governments would be willing to admit? They were dabbling in forces so vast that they could cause the devastation witnessed in Tunguska. Then there is the possibility that the Tunguska event was not of human origin at all, but rather the result of extraterrestrial intervention. Witnesses described seeing a bright bluish light streak across the sky before the explosion. Some theorize this could have been a spacecraft, either crashing or intentionally destroying itself above the Earth. The lack of a crater, they argue, aligns with the idea of an object disintegrating before it made contact with the ground. Reports of strange metallic debris discovered in the aftermath, quickly scooped up by secretive officials, have only fueled the idea that something otherworldly may have been involved. In fact, this narrative intertwines with ancient stories of gods descending from the heavens in fiery chariots. Perhaps the Tunguska event was an encounter between Earth and beings from another realm, whether they were visiting us for observation, to send a message, or even to engage in battle over dominion of this world. After all, the celestial powers have always had their sights on Earth, from the legends of the Nephilim to modern sightings of unidentified flying objects. The explosion may have been the culmination of a confrontation in the unseen realms, a skirmish that left our atmosphere scorched and our forests flattened. Did this extraterrestrial presence alter the course of history, leaving only traces of its destruction behind? One can't dismiss the implications of Earth's hidden connections to ancient technologies and civilizations either. Some researchers believe the Tunguska event could have been the accidental reactivation of a long-forgotten device from an advanced pre-human civilization. Theories of lost civilizations, such as Atlantis, or even ancient technologically superior empires that predated recorded history, suggest that these early peoples may have discovered how to wield tremendous energy. Such powers, long buried and concealed, might have been unintentionally unleashed, causing the explosion in Siberia. It was as if a relic of forbidden knowledge had been awakened, and in doing so, left its mark on the Earth once more. But perhaps the most unsettling explanation is not found in human technology or extraterrestrial visitation, but in the spiritual realm. The Tunguska Event, with its sudden, unexplainable eruption of energy, bears striking similarities to divine wrath described in sacred texts. The Bible speaks of the heavens shaking, the earth quaking, and fire raining down from the skies as signs of God's intervention in the affairs of mankind. Could the Tunguska blast have been a warning from the Almighty, a demonstration of celestial power in the face of humanity's growing arrogance and hubris? The blast, which decimated everything in its path yet left no lasting scar on the earth, seems almost as if it were a warning shot, a reminder of the might that exists beyond our comprehension. Indeed, the Evenki people who inhabited the region regarded the event as the work of a god or supernatural force. To them, the Tunguska Event was not a natural disaster, but a divine punishment. They saw it as the wrath of the gods, perhaps unleashed in response to mankind's moral failures or tampering with forces they did not understand. If we consider this perspective, the Tunguska Event was a modern echo of ancient biblical destruction, a Sodom and Gomorrah of the early 20th century, where fire from the heavens cleansed the earth, sparing only those who were wise enough to live in fear and reverence of the divine. As the world drifted further into the 20th century, filled with war, technological ambition, and the erosion of spiritual truths, the Tunguska Event could have been a moment of intervention, a cosmic reminder of our frailty in the grand design of creation. It was as if the heavens opened briefly to remind mankind that they were not alone, that there were forces, both physical and spiritual, that could bend the course of history with a single burst of light and sound. In the end, the Tunguska Event is more than just an unexplained explosion. It stands as a symbol of humanity's perpetual dance with unseen forces. Whether it was the result of ancient technology, extraterrestrial intervention, or the wrath of the Almighty himself, it remains a reminder of the unseen powers at work in our world. Powers we may never fully understand, but that remind us to remain humble in the face of creation's mysteries. Perhaps as we continue to push the boundaries of science and technology, we should remember the lessons of Tunguska. There are forces at play, forces above and below, that are far greater than we know. In the blink of an eye, those forces can manifest, leaving a smoldering wasteland in their wake. And perhaps, as the Bible suggests, these events are not mere accidents, but signs and wonders pointing us toward a greater truth, a divine narrative that has been unfolding since the dawn of time. Let those with ears to hear, listen, and let those with eyes to see, watch the skies.